Hello guys, in this video we shall take a look through the brand new 2019 fireworks catalogue from the range. On the whole, the offerings this year are similar to those stocked in 2018, however the biggest difference seems to be the inclusion of both compound cakes and 1.3G items this year. In previous years, the only rockets available have been fairly weak 1.4G offerings, however this season they are stocking the legendary Warhawks amongst other items. Again, the fireworks are all from Brightstar this year, but that said there is an increase of items from their Elite, Esco and Connoisseur sister ranges for 2019. This catalogue was from a larger store and therefore covers the company's most extensive range, but it's worth noting that smaller stores will have a more limited selection. So opening the page, we begin with the selection box offerings. And the first thing I notice is that the prices are identical to last year's and therefore there's no cost increases to be seen. Again, the cheapest selection box this season is the Munster box at just £5.99 and that offers 13 fireworks. In my opinion, the party box is the pick of the bunch and offers phenomenal value, whereas the presidential and imperial boxes seem to tail off in terms of value. Brand new to the range is this Jetstream selection box by Esco, and this contains one packet of rockets, a missile cake, 2 fountains and an impressive 9 barrages. This barrage heavy box would suit a larger garden, has decent brakes and a nice varied mix of effects. On the opposite page, last year's Strike Force box has been replaced by a smaller Airstrike assortment. The box, although £10 cheaper this time, still has the same piece count, although I presume the physical dimensions may be reduced. You can see that this is just £49.99 to buy, and in my opinion it's probably worth a punt. Last year's Armoury box makes another return this year and is presumably a good seller. We now move on to fountains, Roman candles and wheels. Again, all prices remain the same throughout, and this year we have lost the G-Force Catherine wheel, but see the addition of these new volcanic meltdown fountains. Just £5.99 buys you 3 conical fountains and each gives a different effect. They last approximately 30 seconds each and one of them gives crackling. I also like to see the wonderful waterfall fountains as they are a well established true Brightstar classic. Page 3 has identical offerings to last year, and again all prices remain untouched. These Razzle Dazzle mines are great fun and well worth buying, and in my opinion are the most appealing items on this page. Page 4 is again exactly the same as last year's catalogue with no new amendments whatsoever. Oriental Stars is an awesome 96 shot cake and at under £3 is a very easy purchase. Sizzling Sentinels is one of my favourites and is a single effect cake with crackling comets which soar to great heights. If you like loud fireworks, then the Proton Bomb is the piece for you. This can't be far from the 120 decibel noise limit and will do a good job of waking the neighbours. Finally, we have 3 19 shot cakes here, and these have approximately 250 grams of explosive in each cake. At under £10 to buy, that represents excellent value. Turning the page, this double spread is again the same as that of last year and gives no real surprises. Battle of Midway is a must-buy piece at this price. It's a 53 shot fan cake with 324.5 grams of net explosive content and really fills the sky. With its rapid firing, it is both visually exciting and unrelentless. I would also personally recommend Project Lazarus. as it's a double break barrage and therefore the 30 shots give a total of 60 bursts. On the opposite page is another frantic firing cake with Jericho, and this fanned firework lasts just 20 seconds as it zigzags back and forth at an impressive fast speed. I also wholeheartedly recommend Wrath of the Gods. This has 540 grams of pyro powder and has glittering, spinners and crackling. As there are little changes to be seen over these barrage specific pages, I can only presume that both Derange and Brightstar have perfected these offerings and are very happy with their sales performance. As we reach the centre spread of this brochure, I can see that a few changes have been made for 2019. Both Gamma Project and Cosmic Chaos return and offer performances suited to a larger garden. Armageddon is the first firework of the catalogue to see a price change and is now £5 more expensive than that of last season. Sledgehammer is the first piece to appear under the Elite branding and is rated full marks for both noise and height, as is Colossus underneath. Finally, this Liberator's barrage is fresh to the range this year and is packed full of different effects. This 72 shot cake lasts just under 1 full minute in duration, and at under £50 is a very decent purchase. On the opposite page, the first 4 items were also available last year. Meanwhile, the bottom 2 pieces are brand new. Snakebite is the first piece listed under the Connoisseur range, and although it's spectacular, you will need a very wide area to fire this in, as it spreads extremely wide and far. More so in fact than any other firework that I've personally seen. Goliath and Countdown Finale are both £74.99 to purchase, and if I had to choose I would personally go for Goliath, as although it only gives 84 shots as opposed to the Countdown Finale's 200 shots, the breaks given are much larger. It also opens up to V-formation fanning, 3-stage screeching sound effects and shoots volleys 6 wide. Revenant is a new piece stocked by the range this year and is under the Elite branding. Meanwhile, Oblivion is also new and is again labelled under the Connoisseur range. I feel that this is an attempt by the range to offer a higher end selection. Meanwhile, the lower value Esco and Brightstar pieces will appeal to those with a smaller budget. Revenant is the first compound cake of this catalogue, and in fact compounds are a completely new offering from the range. The range will be stocking both this and the Battleship compound, which is on the following page, and I feel these will satisfy a demand from customers for ever increasing bigger and better fireworks. This consists of 3 pre-fused cakes and has a mind-boggling array of different and varied mixed effects. As we turn the page, every piece seen here is a high-end item from the Elite sister company. Some of you may recognise the Rolling Thunder Twin Pack and Interstellar barrages from 2018. Battleship is a new addition and is again another newly introduced compound. This compound has 145 shots, consists of 3 pre-fused cakes and gives mines, bouquets, comets and chrysanthemums. At the very bottom of the page is the Immortal Triple Barrage pack. We now move on to rockets, and as those on this page are both 1.4G and identical to last year's offerings, I'll briefly glance over them. Although these are very inexpensive to buy, I feel spending a little more on the brand new 1.3G rockets this year will certainly provide a bigger bang for your buck. So turning the page, the 1.4G rockets from 2018 continue, and here we have Meteor Mayhem rockets, Nemesis Attack, Critical Hit, Power Pulse, Metallic Massacre, Red Alert, F-25 Hurricane rockets, and the Supreme Strike rocket pack, which has the highest piece count with 30 individual rockets. So turning the page, we have perhaps the most noteworthy new addition for 2019 with the inclusion of these 1.3G rocket selections. I am sure that most of you will already know this, but 1.3G rockets provide a much higher performance than any 1.4G rocket and contain a higher flash content. The rockets on this page are head and shoulders above all those 1.4G rockets seen on the previous pages, and in terms of rockets, this is most definitely, without a doubt, where you should be spending your money. There aren't any bad pieces on this page, and regardless of choice, each of these packs will give a mix of effects. Many people rave about the Flying Pigs and Silly Cow rockets, and these have 32 grams of net explosive content per rocket. The Warhawks at the bottom of the page, however, have 60 grams of powder per rocket and are widely regarded as the best pound per pound rocket that money can buy. If you have never fired these, they should be at the top of your wish list this year, and you will be blown away by their performance. So finally, on the last page we have a few bundle deals. These are quite misleading and don't actually save you any money over buying each piece individually. These should therefore be seen as suggestions, and unless you have your heart set on every single piece in a particular bundle, are best avoided. So that's it guys, from the range this year I would recommend the 1.3G Warhawk rockets. The Revenant compound looks good, and the Wrath of Gods, Battle of Midway and Project Lazarus cakes are all great value. If you like noise, then the Proton Bomb is a must, and if you were going to buy a selection box, I feel the Party Box is your best bet. So like always, thank you for watching, and I'll post up another video soon.